synchronicity. Things happen for a reason, and they will always keep happening for a reason. And that is a simple spiritual idea that is a real phenomenon in this world, and nobody knows what causes it, why it's there, or why it keeps happening to specific people around this world. Nobody knows why. But some people tend to understand why. And they know that it's really the universe sending messages to people who are ready to receive information from the gods, from the cosmic universe, from cosmic deities, whatever people wish to believe it is. But there is a term created by H.P. Lovecraft, old school horror writer, and it is called cosmicism. And that is basically that the idea of it all is, of all existence, is beyond comprehension of a mere human being, a mere human vessel or catalyst that is ready to spread chemical change to the atmosphere called the Earth. You see, synchronicity always happens to people. And these messages are designed in a way from a higher dimension to affect the individual personally. And that, my friends, is a blessing within itself. That really is. Because some people just choose to live their own lives, but through synchronicity it can work as many different things. Synchronicity can help awaken someone or realize a truth about something in their life, or kind of in a way acts like the phone that Neo picks up. Pick up the phone, Neo. But anyway, spirituality is nothing to mess with. It is not a game. Even though that I'm now doing retrospects, it's really not a game, because through spiritual enlightenment, people really start understanding the cosmic ideal of this planet. They will understand what Taoism is, or Taoism is, the aspects of mastering your own divine light and matching it with your shadow. And that is what it really is about. Mastering yourself is always going to be step one. Like Karate Kid, wax on, but also wax off. But in a way, it's also to tell the individual that life works in a specific way. And it always does. And that's what it's all about. That life is a mystery, but it works specifically in a way, and one way only. And spirituality is a way to master your inner self, to grow individually as a person, to go out, become a yogi in a sense, master your shadow, and become some form of divine spark. And sometimes your divine spark, if you're lucky enough, is able to inspire an entire crowd. And if one person awakens and inspires other people to awaken, then the goal of spiritual awakening as a planetary event starts unfolding. And spirituality is always going to be there. And growth is always going to be there. Everything is always going to be there. And it's always going to be, and sometimes it's always going to feel like just chance. But yet other times, it kind of feels like it's intentional. It's synchronicity. Things happen for a reason. Someone will mention something you were thinking about or doing something on. Or somebody mentions something and that subject matter appears in a different way later on. And that is what spirituality tends to be. And that is what the subject matter of today is. How spirituality can help you grow as a person. And when the stars and when the cosmic world start sending you little jabs, it's easy to ignore, but best not ignore. Don't ever ignore such signs, because that is a form of reality. And what reality is something different to the individual. Everything seems to be eye of the beholder. Different spiritual paths are beauty to others, and to others is completely vile and completely disgusting. But those people that are performing vile things tend to think that those vile things aren't really vile, but more authentic than just basic love and light spirituality. Something more. And it's always going to be that way. It's going to be something more. Something more capable and something more stronger. And that's what it tends to be. And the subject of cosmicism is always a good way to go back on things as human and go into the human nature subject and just realize that there's something far bigger than ourselves. It may not be the old ones, it may not be the old gods, it may not be tentacle monsters. It might be something far more, and people just will never really understand. And that is the way of unenlightened people, is that even the most basic concepts they don't understand, but even the most enlightened gurus are always questioning certain things, or come across something and becomes, in a way, a little concerned. But remember, to some people, it's eye of the beholder, but sometimes that eye is pretty nasty. But there's a reason why people are closed-minded and their eye of beholding is kind of sour. It's because there's changes that they're not really accustomed to. And personally, some people are just not ready. And some people really may never ever be ready for such changes. Also, sometimes people are too impressionable for those changes. And things happen as they were meant to. That is why we call it the cosmic cosmos. There are really things out there in such cosmos. And it's all kind of hard to explain to individuals who might not fully get it, who might not actually understand. And to be honest, sometimes that adds to the atmosphere and nuance of being someone that is completely misunderstood. They're always going to be misunderstood, and maybe even claim to be evil, in a sense, because, again, misunderstood people be misunderstood. But things tend to Also, in the cosmic universe, things tend to overlap with consciousness. And that's why synchronicity happens. Because one thing happens one day, and something similar happens the next day or the next week. And that is how synchronicity is possible. And that's what I wanted to share today. So, I hope you all have a blessed day.